K Ruggs, the sober dog, coming at you. Sobriety, recovery, early sobriety can be like a roller coaster, just like that one behind me. Ups, downs, feelings, emotions. Now with this coronavirus, it's making it even worse. We don't know what meetings are going to be. We don't know if rehabs are opening up. Your job might be in jeopardy, paycheck, living at home. Everything's up and down, an extreme roller coaster, even worse, bigger than that one. But there's some things we could do to help keep our recovery, healthy and to stay sober. But here are 12 things that can help you stay sober during this coronavirus crisis. If you want to read the whole article, go to soberdogs.com. It's right there on the front page. Also, let me know in the comments anything you're doing special to keep your recovery, keep your sobriety, keep your sanity in check during this time. All right, let's get right into it. Number 1, Zoom meetings, YouTube, and social media. A lot of meetings are going over to the Zoom app, and there's a lot of YouTube channels about sobriety and recovery, and meetings and social media, Facebook groups about recovery, sobriety. Check these out. If you go to the article I just told you about, soberdogs.com, it's right there at the top, or you just soberdogs.com/coronavirus. It's directions and links on how to use the Zoom app and find different meetings. I've attended a couple meetings on the Zoom app, and it's worked out very, very well. It's pretty cool to connect with people. I was in a meeting in Ohio the other day. So check these things out. Use these online resources for your benefit. Number 2, call your sponsor, Sponsee. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, well, I got a sponsor, but I don't call them nearly as much as I should. Or, my sponsees never call me, or, maybe it's time to reach out. Call that sponsor you don't talk to that often. Call that sponsee, and see how they're doing. Just check up on them. A phone call can go a long way, especially if somebody's struggling. Number 3, text 3 people a day in recovery. Just like I said in the last one, a phone call, a text, a message online can go a long way to someone struggling. And if you're anything like me, you got dozens, if not hundreds of numbers from people in recovery, and 95% of them have never gotten called or texted or anything. So it's the perfect time to maybe reach out, see how people are doing. I just talked to a couple different people, and we're just checking in, see if they're struggling, to see if I'm struggling, see what's going on, see how everyone's doing. Number 4, read the big book or other AA literature or NA literature, or any recovery material in general. Any of this stuff is good, and it sits at home and there's stacks of it. Again, if you're like me, got about 12 books and it's all sitting there collecting dust. But it's time for me to start reading them, and I've been checking into them, the 12 and 12. I got a pamphlet on heroin addiction, other things like that. So good to learn about and read all those different things. Number 5, work the 12 steps. If you are in the 12-step type programs, it's a perfect time to actually work the steps, start doing them. Like steps 4 to 8 require work, like writing actual, and all of them require reflection and meditation and deep thought and stuff like that. So it's the perfect time to get going on the steps if you're working them, if that's the type of program you do. Number 6, practice or start meditating. Meditation can be such a huge benefit, and it's not easy. Most people have a hard time just sitting in their own thoughts, especially nowadays with, everything in technology in our brain. It just goes, but, learning to meditate, learning to sit with yourself can be a huge benefit. I took me a while to get to learn how to do it, but once I did, it was awesome, and I try to do it at least 4 times a week now. Meditating reduces stress, reduces anxiety, it can reduce blood pressure. There's a lot of benefits to meditation. And there's thousands of hours of stuff on YouTube of meditation, music, guided meditation, anything you need. Number 7, exercise. Exercise, very important, to healthy recovery, healthy sobriety. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy, a walk, some push-ups, sit-ups. The gyms are closed, most of them, but you can go online and get thousands and millions of hours of workouts, whatever you're into. Pilates, yoga, body pump, free weight workouts if you got some equipment at your house, whatever you want to do. There's tons of stuff. Go online and just type it in. You can get free stuff, body weight workouts, whatever. Number 8, building right into number 7, is outdoor, exercise or a hike. I'm outdoors right now at the park. That's why I got my headphones on, because the wind is crazy. But, just enjoying the park, enjoying outside. There's more people walking and riding their bikes now than I've ever seen, ever. So, just getting outside and enjoying nature, doing stuff like this, it can clear your head and just help you reduce some of that anxiety of sitting in the house all day. Number 9, clean or organize. Cleaning and organizing that one spot of your house, that one room, that drawer, that one thing that always nags you that you want to get clean. Maybe it's your desk, maybe it's your work spot, whatever it is, perfect time to tackle it. Get that garage starting to get organized, that attic, that basement. I cleaned out a drawer the other day I haven't cleaned out in probably 15 years. I'm finding wires from TVs in the 90s and cable cords and business cards from people that I haven't seen in a decade, and just cleaning that junk out of there. There's just, no reason for it, and I felt better after doing it. Number 10, prayer. Depending on what your spirituality is, if you have a religious upbringing, prayer might come easy to you, it might not. But, you could pray to God, you could pray to Allah, you could pray to Mother Nature, you could pray to Jesus, you could pray to the universe, you could pray to whatever, a deceased relative, and prayer doesn't come that easy to me, so I just do it like I'm talking to somebody, like I'm talking to you right now, and just try to, pray for loved ones and pray for sobriety, and, and that's however you could do it. I always thought I was doing it wrong. There's no wrong way. Whatever, works for you. Number 11, gratitude list. This, gratitude list is an awesome way to get in a good mood, or at least get out of a bad mood. Tony Robbins has a great quote. He says, you can't be angry and grateful at the same time. Gratitude list is a great way to just put everything into perspective, get yourself feeling better, keep your recovery, your sobriety in perspective. I was just doing one earlier, and, I was talking about how grateful I am to, that I guess all of us, that we're in this coronavirus quarantine thing in 2020 instead of when they had the Spanish flu in 1919. No technology, no, barely any TVs if there was any, no automobiles, we'd be going nuts. Now we got internet, Netflix, TV in every room, cars, Uber Eats. I was talking about other things on my list, family being healthy, friends being healthy, hopefully no one gets the coronavirus that I know. So things like that always puts in a good perspective. It could always be a worse situation. And number 12, last and certainly not least, is spend some quality time with the family. I know you can get on each other's nerves, and my family and I are getting on each other's nerves a little bit. They're getting mad at me, I'm getting mad at them, being with each other 24/7. But, enjoy the time with them. Anything can happen. Life is short. We don't want to look back and say, I could have spent some time with mom or dad or my kids or my wife or, whoever, and, something happened. So, I'm trying to enjoy the time with them, play some board games, watch a movie, eat dinner together, just enjoying some quality family time. All right. Those are the 12 things that can help you stay sober during the coronavirus crisis. If you got additional ones, let me know. Put them in the comments. All right. I'd love to hear from you. And hit that subscribe if you like Sober Dogs content. Share this with somebody who could use it right now. All right, K Ruggs, the Sober Dog, and I'm out.